Welcome to Shootin' the Breeze. My name is Tanya Kappas, and I am a cozy mystery author who is excited to bring you a fun podcast where we answer reader questions and bring you amazing interviews from your favorite cozy mystery authors. Come, hang out, and let's just shoot the breeze. Hi, and welcome to Shootin' the Breeze. This week, I am so excited to welcome Rachel Lynne. She is one of our authors in the Twisty Tales and Cozy Crime Prolific Works. Hi, Rachel. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I have actually, before we started recording, Rachel and I were able to talk for the past 30 minutes. We just gabbing, two Southern girls. It's always comforting to talk to another author that gets you.
Yep.
You know.
Well, we're a different breed.
Yeah, we are. Let's read a little bit about Rachel. If you like Southern cozy mysteries, sweet tea, and live oaks heavy with Spanish moss, a warm breeze rustling the Spartina, now add a little cozy mystery and a dash of mayhem, and you have a Rachel Lynne cozy mystery.
I try.
Yes, you do. And oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Hounds and Heists. This is her book in the prolific works, Twisty Tales and Cozy Crime. And it is actually, why don't you tell us a little bit about the series? You have two books in the series outside of this one. So tell us a little bit about the series first.
Well, the series is the Holly Day Mysteries. And Holly Day is my heroine. And she is, it's a play on words because she's a former sheriff's deputy. She got shot and had to leave her job. And she was always very artsy. And she, Mama always has they have a historic home on the waterfront in Sanctuary Bay. And Mama always insists that Holly decorates her porch, because Mama holds court on the porch. That's where she gets all her gossip. Yes. And she transitioned that into a business. And so she goes around and she decorates for different events. And I used to be an event decorator, so that kind of helped. But of course, she's going to stumble on a body. So now Hounds and Heists, she doesn't stumble on a body. Hounds and Heists tells us how Holly got her bulldog.
Okay.
She's still a sheriff's deputy there. But the rest of the series is after Hounds and Heists. And it's Holly making a new life with a new career. And her bulldog, the Colonel. And Hounds and Heists will tell you how the Colonel got his name. It's named after one of her ancestors. And boy, didn't that raise eyebrows. Our illustrious town founder is now the name on a bulldog.
Oh.
Maybelle wasn't happy about that.
I love that. So this is a prequel then to the two books in the series. And do you have any more books planned in that series?
Oh, there will be 12.
Oh, wow. So there will be 10 more.
Yes. And then I probably will end up spinning off just because everybody loves visiting the Low Country because it's set in the Low Country. And it's called Sanctuary Bay, a town founded by a sanctuary for pirates. But it is based on Beaufort and Port Royal in the Sea Islands.
Beautiful.
And my sister-in-law lives there, and I would like to pick up everything that I own and just move probably about 60 miles, just a little farther east. I would love to live in the Low Country. Well, I do live in the Low Country, but closer to the islands. Until you start research, you don't realize. One of my reviews was like, why are there so many islands? Why are there so many bridges? And I'm like, do you know Beaufort is an island? Port Royal is an island. Once you don't realize, it's just like in Savannah, you don't realize that you are leaving the coastline of the continent when you start hitting the bridges to go to Tybee.
Right.
And so I have fun playing with the Low Country. The vibe here is different. When we lived up near Atlanta, that's more Old South. You find those pockets of that. But when you get to the Low Country area, there are so many transplants, and there's a huge mesh, and then there's the whole river rat. Kind of like my brother-in-law is a longtime river rat. So the stories they tell, and he grew up can you imagine being a kid and, you know, growing up? He had his own boat and they would go out. They had like all these barrier islands. And they'd set up forts. And I love to listen to Wayne talk and tell me all these things. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Stories.
Well, and Holly is actually based on my brother-in-law's sister. She was a sheriff's deputy.
Okay.
And she was telling me stories. And I was like, that would make the best book.
That would make the best cozy mystery sleuth.
So that's what I did. There are so many people. I think it's funny. I'm waiting for people to start realizing, hey, I'm in your book. And I'm like,
oh, yeah. Oh, well, let's read a little bit about Hounds and Heist. Puppies and Pearl and a brewing tropical storm launch a low country sheriff's deputy into a big time canine mystery. Overworked and underappreciated, Deputy Holly Day needs a vacay in the worst way. But when a prize-winning, heavily pregnant Pomeranian pooch goes missing in an approaching storm, sure to be a gully washer, Holly cancels her plan and starts searching, only to stumble upon a ring of tricky thieves, hundreds of stolen dogs, and a low-lying, uninhibited island. With the furry mama-to-be's due date approaching, the blinding rain descending fast, Holly has mere hours before the rising tide claims a multitude of lives, including her own. So that is so cute. So is that the missing pooch back there in the carrier?
Yes, there's several of them. I loved this book. I had the best time with this book.
Good.
But then I'm an animal lover, so...
Well, and you know, it's so unusual not to have a animal on a cozy mystery. So, yeah. So
my other series has a cat, a very cantankerous Persian cat, which is very much based off a cat I used to have. He would big blue eyes, fluffy white hair, and you just like want to pet him. And he's like, "Oh yeah, pet me." And then all of a sudden he's like, "That's enough," and he'd just draw blood, you know. so Sebastian made it into the Cosmic Cafe series as the cantankerous cat.
I love it. And so right now, your book, Hounds and Heist, is available for free in the Prolific Works, Twisty Tales and Cozy Crimes, which we will have a link in our show notes for that. But tell us a little bit while they're there getting your book about your newsletter, because they can sign up for your newsletter.
The Cozy Crew Club is my newsletter, and I generally put it out twice a month, 3 times a month. Sometimes I got too much to say. So I'm not consistent. You'll always get at least one, but I tend to be like, we're remodeling my office. So, of course, I have to update everybody and tell them, you know, hey, I picked out this horrible blue and I've had to run back to Lowe's and get a new color. And what do y'all think of this one? And my readers are great because they'll come back and say, oh, gosh, you need to get rid of that blue. I'm like, I know. I don't know what I was thinking. And then, of course, they all want updates on Alfie, my little French bulldog. But we have contests and giveaways and polls. And I talk about books. I'm always talking about my books, but also other people's books, because when you're in this world, you come across, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a great deal. I got to send this out, tell everybody about it. So
I love that.
If you don't join my newsletter unless you like to chat.
No, join her newsletter for sure.
I talk.
You'll love it. You will love it. And so do you have anything that you'd like to say to the readers?
Just, if you want a vacation and you want to experience the Low Country, then pick up the Holiday series, because I do my best to make you feel like you're walking the streets with me, with that warm breeze when y'all are freezing to death in your snow.
I know.
And wearing flip-flops in January.
It snowed last night here.
Yeah, my mom and my great aunt, or not my great aunt, my regular aunt, they're up in Pennsylvania, and it's like, 2 and 3 feet of snow. My mom's like, your aunt just loves these books. She feels like she's on vacation. I'm like, well, good. I've done my job. That's what I wanted. Right. I want y'all to just experience this little piece of heaven that we have here.
That's right. I love that. And where can readers stalk you?
I'm on Facebook, Rachel Lynne Author. My website, rachellynneauthor.com. I'm on Instagram, but I don't. Sometimes I put reels of my bulldogs up. So if you want to follow my bulldogs, that's where you'll find all my bulldog stuff. Pretty much Facebook and my newsletter.
Oh, good. And we'll have all of those links as well in the show notes for you to be able to stalk Rachel everywhere. And Rachel, before she goes, she's doing something really, really cool with the other Twisty Tales and Cozy Crime books. Tell them a little bit what you're doing with that.
Oh, no pressure here. I haven't done them yet because I'm still figuring out the technology. I'm going to have a program called Tea and Tales. And I will read the first chapter of Hounds and Heists, will be the first one. And then I'm just going to work through the other, 60 books that we have? And read you the first chapter so you can kind of get an idea, and you'll get my wonderful twang as I read them to you. And I'll share recipes because I like to bake. And we'll have basically, I drink tea. You're a coffee obsession. I have a tea obsession. So I have my little teapot, my little tea tray.
Your coffee, I need you. And it's a killer coffee book. I'm with you.
I love my hot tea. I drink lots and lots of hot tea.
Yeah.
And so I usually I'll bake something different each time, and then I'll have a recipe link.
Oh, good. Okay. And we can find this on your YouTube channel, correct?
Yes, my YouTube channel, which is also Rachel Lynne, author.
Yeah. So we will also link that. So thank you so much, Rachel, for coming. You guys be sure to pick up Hounds and Heist. It will only be free till September. And then I'm sure Rachel will at that point put it up for a price. So
it has to go paperback because my aunt does not have anything to do with digital. So she's
there you go. Well, there you go. So we will have all those links for you guys there. So be sure that you sign up for Rachel's newsletter while you're there and stay in touch with her. Thanks, Rachel, so much for coming. It was good.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
What a fun interview. I would love to thank today's guest for sharing with us their edition in the Twisty Tales and Cozy Crime Prolific Works giveaway, year-long giveaway. So be sure to grab this episode's book for free, and you can do that by going to the show notes and grabbing that link. And also, don't forget to be sure that you follow and stalk this week's Spotlight author. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week on Shooting the Breeze.